We are wanting to write the equation for the line that is parallel to y equals negative 4x plus 6 and goes through the point 2, negative 7. Now, as is often the case in mathematics, there's more than one way to solve this problem. And what kind of help would I be if I didn't show you more than one? So we're going to go about this two different ways. We'll solve it numerically, and then we'll solve it graphically. So let's get started. There are some key bits of information here. One is that our line is parallel to this line, and another is that it's going through this point, 2, negative 7. Now, what does parallel mean? Parallel lines are lines that never cross. So if this is the line that's given to us, our line will be running alongside it at the same steepness. Those lines will never touch. That means that our two lines have the same slope. That's very important to realize. So now we have all the information we need to write an equation for our line, except for one missing piece. We don't know where our line crosses the y-axis. But we have enough that we can solve for that bit of information, because we have an x and a y value, and we have an m. All that's missing is our b, and we can solve for that. And that is just what we will do. So let's replace our y in this equation with a negative 7. The m is negative 4. X is 2. And we're solving for b, the y-intercept. We'll begin by multiplying negative 4 times 2, which is negative 8. And then we can add 8 to both sides of this equation to isolate b. Negative 7 plus 8 is positive 1. And we have solved for our y-intercept. It's equal to positive 1. So now we're ready to write our equation of the line. Again, we're going to use this form, y equals mx plus b. But we want it to look like this one. We need to have a number in place for the slope and a number in place for the y-intercept. So we'll have y equals, our slope is negative 4, x, plus our y-intercept, which is 1. And there is our equation for a line that's parallel to the one given and passing through this point. Now let's verify that by solving it another way, which is graphically. So using the graph given, let's start by plotting this point, 2, negative 7. We'll count over 2 on the x-axis and down 7 on the y. Now again, using our knowledge that the parallel line is going to have the same slope as the line given, we can move from this point up until we cross the y-axis. So we're going to count up 4 and left 1, plotting points as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1. And there we are, we're crossing the y-axis. And what do you know? We're crossing at a value of y equals 1. That's a good sign. So again, that was our missing bit of information. So if we were just solving this graphically, we would now have the information needed to write our equation of the line, which is y equals negative 4x plus 1. And just to satisfy our curiosity, let's go ahead and put our line in place. and just see that yes, it does look like it's running parallel to the line given. Awesome.